Yeah, I'm good, Akshay. And how about you?
Yeah, I'm also good. So let's start with the interview. Can you introduce yourself?
Okay. Okay. First of all, thank you so much, Akshay, for this opportunity. Myself, Madhu, and I'm from Telangana. I received my BTech from JNU Hyderabad. I have around 5.4 years of experience in IT, and relevant to Power BI is almost to 4.6 years. I have worked with multiple domains like retail and banking, finance, and insurance in my career. And Power BI is my primary skill, and SQL and Azure Data Factory are my secondary skills. In my previous organization, I was working as a Power BI consultant, helping with the delivery of projects in the organization. I'm involved in the entire process from data collection from various data sources to data analysis and performing in ETL using Power Query Editor and IDF as well. And then we are and moving the data from various staging layers and finally export to the SQL. And from SQL, we are connected with the Power BI desktop, and then we create the reports and dashboards in the Power BI itself. And my role will be little techno-functional. It facilitates the development and deployment of Power BI solutions through full life cycle. I will be responsible for data analysis, data visualization, and data model development, and report and dashboard creation. Meanwhile, I have also experience into SQL for 1.5 years. I do have experience into writing queries, creating views, and stored procedures, yeah, all those things.
Great. Cool. So, do you have any dashboard to show?
No, Akshay. Actually, I left the company in the June,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't have any dashboard at me right now.
Okay, that's fine. So let's
Okay.
start with some basics of the Power BI. So,
Okay.
like, what are the steps do you follow to optimize any Power BI dashboard?
To optimizing the Power BI dashboard, we need to use the performance analyzer features in Power BI desktop, and we need to use the import mode if necessary of data. Limit the amount of data imported into the report and what the required analysis, and remove the unnecessary columns and rows to reduce the data size and improve the performance. And you can appropriate use the data types in a column to reduce the memory consumption and avoid the unnecessary relationships between the tables, and and only create the consider using the calculated tables instead of complex relationship and some such scenarios. And use the direct query folding whenever possible to push the data transformation from the aggregation like that, and avoid an unnecessary queries. Minimize the number of queries by using measures and calculate columns efficiently. And DAX is also to work efficient manner. And so while report design, we need to use the limit the number of visuals in a report. Um, and create multiple pages and using of slicers and filters wisely. When report performance, use the report performance when the it helps us to find the inefficient visuals and DAX calculations to the data model
Mm-hmm.
issues. And also you can refresh the refresh the data in non-peak hours to avoid the congestion of the resources, and or also use the summary tables, large data sets like this.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the difference of the dynamic row level security and static row level security?
Um, uh, Actually, yeah, when dynamic security, the only static is, first of all, we need to go for the static. Static level security is only for the smaller organization, when the limited users are in the organization. If the requirement is not changing frequently, then we use static row level security. While the requirement is keep on changing, then we use the dynamic row level security. In the static level, we use the username function as a return the domain name and username. While in dynamic row level security, you can use the user principal name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So have you come across any limitations while developing the dashboard in Power BI?
Limitations while creating the dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yes, while we creating the dashboard, we need to use the single page for we need to stick it for the single page for the entire report. Uh, it means if the report is a collection of pages, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the dashboard, we can stick to the single page and which tells you about the entire story by using the visualization.
Mm-hmm.
And it limited to the only one page, and it contains the highlighted of the story. Dashboards aren't available in the Power BI desktop, and they are only available in the Power BI service only.
All right, all right, all right. Fair enough. I can see you are you also worked on the DBMS, like. So
Sorry.
are you aware about the normalization in the SQL?
Normalization means actually I know the concept, but I haven't to worked in the normalization.
All right, that's fine. And have you worked on the refreshing the dashboard, like how to refresh Power BI dashboard?
Yes.
Can you tell me something about it?
Yes, I have. Sorry.
How to refresh the Power BI dashboard and different refresh options available in Power BI?
Yeah, we have four different types of options available in the Power BI dashboard. Uh, refresh. One is just give me a minute. Package refresh and visual container refresh and tile refresh and model refresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the content pack?
Content pack. Uh, Content pack is a collection of related datasets and visuals reports and dashboard that are organized in a single package. These are designed to provide the quick and easy way to share the insight. To share insight.
Okay, fair enough.
This content packs are especially helpful for the organization who want to share the reports and dashboards across the multiple users and platforms.
Okay, fine. So have you developed DAX queries while developing the dashboard?
Yes, I have used that
Okay,
queries while developing the dashboard.
sure. Then okay, I'll give you a few scenarios. Just share the notepad and
Okay,
write the DAX query. Okay.
sure.
Can you share the notepad? I'll tell you the table. Just note down
Okay.
the column names.
Is it visible?
Yeah, I can see our meeting window.
Okay.
Okay, so let's
Yes.
say you have a sales table and three columns are there: date, product category and amount.
Okay.
So can you write a DAX query to perform a sum of cells like
Date, product, and category.
product category is a single column and amount is another column.
Okay. Sales. Okay.
Sales amount. Okay. So you have to write a simple DAX query to see the total sales amount from this table.
Okay. Date is a column, right?
Yeah, date is a column.
Okay. Total sales. Yeah. Akshay. Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine.
So will this query return the total sum of cell or
Yeah.
what the filter function will do in this query?
It filter the product category for sales.
Okay, if I remove that filter function, then what will be the output?
It will sum up the all the sales column.
Okay, and if I keep that filter, then what will be the output?
Then we can do by filter column. We need to for each product category to do some sum.
For each product, it will show the sum of cells.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. All right. I'll give you the next question. So you have the date column over there, right? So
Yes.
just imagine you have data from 2023, I mean 2020 to 2023. Okay, so you have
Okay.
to calculate sum of cells from 2020 to 2021 only. You have date range now.
Okay.
You got my question, right?
Yeah. We need to calculate for the.
Yeah, now you have a date range from 2020 to 2021
Okay.
and you have to just calculate the sum of cells for this range.
Okay. We have to go for both years, right?
Yeah, you have date range from 2020 to 2021. Like in previous
Okay.
query, you are returning for entire period. Now you have to do it for a
Yes, yes.
specific period range.
Between. Yeah, Akshay, I think this will be work.
Okay, can you explain this query? Like what exactly is going to return?
Yeah, first of all, we need to calculate the sum of table sales, where the date between the range year 2021 and 2022.
Dates between. Okay. Okay. Any alternate way to do the same thing?
Where to.
That's fine. We'll move to next question.
We can use date function and can add the table and give the -2 and years month in the
Okay.
format.
Yeah, there are multiple. That's fine. This one is also working. Okay. So now with the same query, you have to calculate the year over year growth, like growth of current year and the growth of previous year, and you have to calculate the difference. Can you do it?
Sorry, I can't get your question.
Uh,
Current year and previous
yes,
year.
now you have to calculate the total sales of the current year, like 2023, and calculate the total sales for 2022, and you have to return the difference between the both. You are clear with the question, right? Or shall I explain again?
Can you go for the next question, please?
Okay. Just fine. So let's say you have a same table and there are some blank values, like null values are there in the
Okay.
table. Let's say in the sales amount, no amount is there, like nothing is there. So
Okay.
how will you identify those record?
To identify the null or blank record, so in Power Query editor we have option is that performance analyzer. In the performance analyzer itself is showing the some null values and blank values.
Okay.
You can, yeah, you can, yeah.
All right. That's fine. I think we are good at Power BI side. So let's start with the SQL questions now.
Okay.
So have you faced any complexity while developing the SQL views or queries?
Complexity means actually I'm not into complete data engineering side.
Uh-huh.
So my complete data source is most of the time my data source is SQL. So in the backend of SQL we write the queries. We connected through Power BI desktop with a direct query. In the backend of query we need to write the creating views on certain conditions, creating views on store procedures, writing some little complex queries in the backend of Power BI.
Okay. Have you done any data validation in your project?
Yes.
So can you just give me some brief about it, like how did you do the data validation?
Uh, Data validation, like when the some reports are not showing proper data in the Power BI itself, and we need to check with the data source if it is properly connected or not. Then
Okay,
and we need to,
I will give you a scenario. Just consider you have a Power BI dashboard with some KPI
okay,
data. You have some figures over there. Let's take it as a sales figures, and a
okay,
stakeholder is saying like there is a 20 to 30% of difference he's observing between his offline model and the dashboard. So in that
okay.
scenario, how will you validate the dashboard and the data? Like how will you find the gap? Where is the problem?
Okay. First, we need to check with the data source is properly connected or not, and the data source in the Power BI report or dashboard is correctly connected to the up to date or not, and verifying the data source are accessible or not. And after that, we need to check with the refreshing data and Power BI release of the data refresh to display the latest information. right? So we need to check with the when the last refresh is properly done or not in the Power BI side, and we need to check with the visuals, and we need to validate with the data relationship between the tables. So is there any issue? Is that we need to verify the relationship between the tables in the model, or some may occurs in incorrect or missing relationship can lead to the inaccurate result. You can use the manage relationship to review the and adjust the relationship is needed. And after that, we need to examine the measures, calculations, and also where aggregation used in the report. We make sure that those are defined correctly and producing the desired result or not. We check the any filters or slicers that are affecting the displayed data or not. And after that, we need to verify the visuals like uh, uh, while verifying the visuals and those interactions, we need to visualize the report dashboard. Those are configure correctly or not, and include the those selected fields and access and legends and filters. We need to check with these parameters to might those might be affected or not. And after that, we need to check with if those are all working all fine. Then we need to test it with the different environments, like we need to check with the report dashboard on different devices or different browsers uh, to determine this problem for a specific particular environment. And we look out for the any error messages or warning displayed on Power BI desktop or the service side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, by this way you can deal with this case of scenarios.
Yeah, that's completely perfect. Okay. Uh, so I gave you one table and chart box. Just copy it to your notepad so we can
Okay,
start with some SQL queries.
sure. There is no data showing, only order ID, customer
Yeah,
ID,
the
and total
table
amount.
column name only.
Okay.
So
Yes.
just consider this is the order table, and the requirement is you have to retrieve the top 5 customer who have done the highest purchase and top 5 customer with the lowest purchase. The total amount refers to the purchase amount.
Okay. Top five purchase amount.
Yeah, the customer ID, like you can name it as customer ID. You
Okay,
have to
we can
retrieve the
display those order ID name and customer ID name and the top five customer IDs, right?
yes, you can retrieve top 5 customer IDs with highest purchase and top 5 customer with lowest purchase.
Okay. I need to give some. table. Amount. Top 5, right?
Yes, yes.
Uh, by this query, we need to get the top 5 customer order ID, customer ID, and total amount.
So what if there are multiple entries for the same customer ID? Like we need total sum for purchase for a particular customer.
Sorry, I can't get you.
Uh, as per this query, we will get only the customer ID one time, like a single purchase had done. But in case of multiple purchase, it will
Okay.
not show the total amount. You will
In
have
that
to sum up
case,
the total amount.
yeah.
So can you make it like instead of total amount, if you do the sum of total amount, we will get the entire records for a particular customer, like sum of total purchase for a particular customer. Okay, so now this is for the top 5, right?
Yes.
And how will you calculate the top 5 with lowest purchase?
The same query, but we need to use ascending here.
Okay, and can you do it in a single query?
Okay. Um,
I mean, you can use any logic. You have logic with you already. You just need a little bit manipulation.
yeah, for you. I think this. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can do it. You can use the union also. Just try it. You are almost there. All right. And do you know Windows function in SQL?
Yes, I know the Windows functions in SQL. Yeah.
So can you write
We have
that's fine. Can you write this same query using Windows function?
actually I haven't used those Windows function, but I know the WhatsApp.
Okay. So can you tell me the different Windows function?
We have row number function and rank function and dense rank function, and we have lag and lead functions and some average, min and max function. Those functions are all are Windows function.
So can you tell me the difference between row number, rank and the dense rank?
Row number function is it assigns a unique sequence number to the each row within a partition.
Mm-hmm.
When come the rank function, it calculates the rank each row within the partition, and with the gaps in the ranking is type values. It when it comes to the dense rank function, it calculates the rank of each row within a portion, but there is no gaps in the ranking function. And rank function will skip the rank value, but dense rank function will not skip the rank value.
Okay. So I just gave you one table. Just write
Okay.
the output for rank, dense rank and row.
Okay. Yeah, Akshay.
Okay, perfect. All right. Now I'll ask the last question. I'm giving you one string. Just a second. So consider you have a table with the single column and the single column having this character like now
Okay.
the requirement is you have to divide these names, like you can see Amarnath Reddy, then Pune 36. So you have to divide these names to the separate columns and give the first name, last name and address. Like for now you can just separate the first name and last name and make it in separate column with the header of first name and last name.
In SQL.
Yes.
Okay. Can you
I
repeat the
can.
question?
Okay. Now you have a single string. Okay, you have a one
Okay.
table, and this table you have a single column. Okay, the single column containing this sentence. Now you have to
Yes.
divide or split this column into the multiple columns. For now, you have to just split this sentence into two columns. The first
Okay.
column is first name and the second column is the last name. As example, in the output, in the first column, first name should be Amarnath, and in the last name there should be Reddy.
Okay. Question agent.
Basically, you have to do the parsing on the string.
Actually, I haven't gone through this type of scenarios in SQL type.
Or you can use the string function here, string indexing.
Indexing.
Or let's say you have the same situation in the Power BI desktop. So
Yeah.
can you fix it in Power BI? How can you fix it?
You can split the column, split the column by delimiter and split the column by character like numeric and all this.
Can you write the query for that?
Uh, Currently, I'm not recollect it. Actually,
Okay,
sorry.
okay, that's fine. Fair enough. All right, we are done for the interview. Do you have any questions for me?